Hey everybody, this is Professor Pittman, and we are going to go through some course overview stuff here real quick. I don't know if you're getting me in the corner there or up there, but I'm recording this in my closet because my kid is downstairs watching Mulan, and it's a loud movie. So, welcome to social media. You guys, the bad news is um, no one really knows what's going on. Social media are evolving and changing so fast that whenever there are any best practices, sometimes they're obsolete a couple of days, weeks, months later. So right now, maybe the optimal time to post on Instagram is like Tuesday at 8 p.m. If you're in a retail space, next month it may be totally different. Maybe the best time then is Saturday at 8 a.m. So it's changing really fast. But the good news is no one knows what's going on. So it's not like, in being in this class, you're not years behind the curve. There's not a ton of knowledge to catch up on. There's really just some basic strategy and principles we're going to learn, and you should be good to go at the end of the course in helping out building your own brand, helping build a business, whatever your goal is. You'll be equipped with the social media skills to get you there, hopefully. So a little bit about me real quick. Um, I think this was covered in the video, right? But I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And then I went to Florida. I was there for 4 years as a youth pastor. Then I went to grad school in LA. Then I got my PhD at the University of Oregon. Go Ducks. Then I was in New Jersey for 2 years. And now Knoxville, Tennessee, baby. Go Vols. Love it here. We're never moving. My research, real quick. So I study platform differences and what makes something successful. So, for example, you see here, these are two posts for a life-proof phone case. And we did an experiment where we found that the post that has kind of connotes or communicates intimacy, like just a friendship, hey, people togetherness, does better on a platform like Instagram or Snapchat, where we feel more together because we see more faces. And the other uh, more solo utilitarian appeal does better on utilitarian, more solo platforms like Twitter and Pinterest. And we found that was because you process it more fluently. It's kind of the language you're used to seeing, so it's easier for your brain to be like, oh yeah, I like that product, I believe its claims, that kind of stuff. Also, I study brand authenticity. So um, this was a hypothetical experiment we did, but we looked at people saw one of these four stories. Say Nike gives either product or money to either a wildfire or a gym equipment crisis. And when a brand gives cash, they should give it to the gym. They should give it to a cause that brands perceive to be congruent with its values, which of course Nike sports gym equipment. But if there's opportunity for brand to generate digital engagement, and that's if they give to a crisis that people do not perceive to be congruent with their values at all, in this case a wildfire, they should give their products. In that condition, when people thought that Nike gave a bunch of like windbreakers and shoes to firefighters, they thought it was awesome. They're like, I would totally reshare this on social media. So that was how they best generate digital engagement. Anyway, that's some of the research I do. If you care about it, I don't know why you would, but if you do, a lot of it is on Google Scholar. You can go to scholar.google.com and look me up. There I am. Here's an inspirational quote to motivate you to greatness. So, what are we going to need in this class? There's only one textbook. It's not even really a textbook, it's just a book that I think is valuable. Storytelling with data. You can get it for pretty cheap. You can probably find a PDF online for free if you want. These other platforms, as a UT student, you should have access to the entire Adobe Creative Suite for free. Microsoft Excel, everyone has that. Canva, also free online. And Social Studio, which we'll go over later, that's our social listening software. You're going to need attitude and effort, more motivational stuff there. Okay, how to do the homework for this week. It's the first week. Don't be nervous, it's easy. You will submit a pie chart of your own personal social media use. So If you're on an iPhone, like I am, you can go to settings, battery usage, and you get a screen that looks like this that tells you what % of your battery is used for various platforms. So I took this, I put it in Excel. I just chose the top 4 things that are social media-ish related. Instagram's 22%, music, messages, Twitter, stuff like that. And then if you ever don't know how to do something, you can email me. You can also just Google it. That's what I do. And I get a YouTube video whenever I forget. But for Excel, you insert chart, pie chart, and you get something that looks like this. Isn't that pretty? So simple, but geez, I do a lot of Instagram and I was not expecting that. So the homework for this week is to submit not just this, but also a little couple sentences of explanation. For example, clearly Instagram is the platform I use the most. I follow meme accounts, et cetera, et cetera. Just tell me a little bit about what you learned about yourself, if anything, through examining your own social media use. You're also going to start your HubSpot certification. They have a social media certification course that's free, and you're going to do it for this class. A lot of stuff this class is free, but you just have to do it for a grade. So it's going to be the incentive maybe you've been waiting for. So I have already taken it, but when you're done, you'll get a cool thing that looks like this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, you passed. Spoiler alert, I took it without actually taking the class, and I still passed with 71 out of 60. So am I proud of myself? I don't know, maybe. But on the left, you can see there's little modules. You go one at a time. This one's 30 minutes. That one's an hour. That's if you watch the whole video. You can probably watch it on like 2 times speed if you're in a hurry or something. But some of them are really interesting and useful. And I did learn a bunch. I took like half the classes before I took the quiz at the end. Okay. Finally, always submit a PDF. Don't ever submit a Word doc or a Keynote or a Pages or whatever. Those files are weird sometimes when we go through Canvas and everything's going to be on Canvas, and PDF files you can make pretty. So let's do that. So this week, your homework is your personal social media use pie chart, like we covered. Tweet something to the social media account for this class, at 461 social media. There's also an Instagram account too. So post something and tag us, and I'll check it and I'll reply to you if it's funny. And your other bit of homework is to choose a book that you are going to do an analysis, kind of book review critique thing of. It could be a textbook like this. It could also be a more focused bestseller type book, Influencer, or anything by Malcolm Gladwell is always good. He's kind of a semi-intellectual, really interesting stuff. Really, any book that relates to social media at all that's interesting or important to you, your business, your brand, whatever you want. Say, can I do this book? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. So that's it for the first week. Look forward to chatting with you guys more.